This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Delighted to be joined with Nisse Sauerland. I don't know where to start. I mean, what a crazy night. Upsets, shocks, wars. From a fight like that where, you know, you sort of expect maybe a bit of a routine night, that was very much the opposite.
Yeah, I've got to say, not that I know much, but I didn't expect Lee McGregor to have an easy night's work. That Eric Robles was coming to win. And it was like you say, it was a mad bloody night, wasn't it? And you can't always have your corner winning. It's nice, it's exciting to have a few upsets, and there's some people that maybe should just take a look at themselves, maybe say, oh, boxing is not for me, you know, move on. Some people, aka Matty Harris, can look at it, he can learn, and he can come back a lot stronger. He'll be devastated right now. He'll be broken-hearted. But he's young, okay? He can whack bloody hard. He's got a good chin. We saw that tonight, but his conditioning was out of whack. So he can come back.
We'll first touch on Lee McGregor. When that final 12th round went, did you think he'd done enough to win the fight?
I had it pretty even going into that last round. I think whoever won that last round would have won, in my opinion. Again, I'm looking through it through different glasses. Yeah. You know, but it was hard. Look, do you score the guy who's throwing more punches or the guy who's landing more? You know, can't argue with the result. 115, 113 was totally fine.
How do you sort of move on now? I know it's very, very early. It's always a hard question to ask, sort of the straight after a fight. But how do you move on from a loss like this? You know, he's in the dressing room, he's gutted. What's the sort of comeback from this for Lee McGregor?
Well, look, we can do the rematch. That's what we'll probably aim to do. But at the same time, it's how he comes back from it. Look, let it eat you up for a couple of days. That's going to be natural. But how do you react to defeat? That makes you a winner, right? If you learn, you're not going to win everything, you know, unless you're Floyd Mayweather, right? But as long as Lee can take this and think, what did I do wrong? Did I stay in the pocket too long? Did I do this too much? Did I not throw enough shots? Did I not? You know, as long as he can learn from it and come back stronger, and I think he wins the rematch. And I want to see the rematch. I want to see it.
Definitely. And I just wanted to touch on Harlem Eubank for a little bit. Slightly negative opponent in there. You know, guy got double leg to the floor, a lot of holding, but overall stay patient and got the stoppage. So you must be sort of happy with that going on to a potential European title shot, which is what he wants.
Look, it was it was a bit of BJJ going on in there, which I normally quite like outside the boxing ring, but not inside the boxing ring. Harlem he was crowding his work a little bit much, but when he got that right off, it was beautiful. And you know, it can't always be the perfect opponent that you're gonna, you know, look great against. He looked good, and he overcome what he had to overcome, and now he's you know, got a big homecoming hopefully coming up.
Another one I sort of wanted to touch on was Sultan Zaurbek. He is the real deal. He really is the real deal from that performance that we saw today.
He's one of the best fighters out there, you know. And anyway, he's that right hook to the body. Whew, you don't really notice it, but that must hurt so much. I would hate to get hit by one of them. But he's one guy that we're going to build up, and I don't think you're going to get people wanting to fight him out of choice. It's a bit like Filip Hrgović before the Zhang fight. No one wanted to fight him because it was like risk reward. Same with Sultan. So you've got to be clever with the governing bodies, move him into the right position, and give no one a choice.
Last one from me, just sort of as we close off. We obviously saw the announcement September 2nd, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Smith. It's getting it on again, and it's on again at Manchester Arena. A lot of rumours about potentially it was going to be in the O2. Just wanted to know, was that the deal, and what was the change there for yourself?
To be honest, I'm not really sure. I thought it was the O2 as well, but my brothers dealt with that deal. So it kind of changed in the last minute. Doesn't really matter, you know. We've got a show in Bolton the night before. So
Exactly, yeah.
what a great, look, we'll thrive off the press that gets, and hopefully everyone will come down to Bolton on the Friday night. What a wicked weekend of boxing. You've got Lyndon Arthur, you've got Sam Antwi against Mason Cartwright for the
Good
British
fight,
title.
good fight.
That's a sexy fight. Can't wait for that.
But how big is it to finally get this rematch over the line and sort of settle the score in a way, the retribution for Chris Eubank Jr.?
Yeah, I just hope he comes back with the menace and the spitefulness and the anger and meanness in the ring. Not I want to see him fight. I don't want to see him box. I just want to see him come out, throw a few left hooks and uppercuts, and try and take Liam's head off. And I think, look, Liam's a great fighter. He's had injuries. How's he sort of celebrated the victory? How maybe he thinks he can take Chris a bit lightly this time because the result was such a resounding one back in whenever it was, mid-January, wasn't it? So look, a lot of factors come into play here. Exciting fight.
Nisse, I know it's sort of getting late, but thank you for your time. I appreciate you taking time to speak to me. And yeah, I'll catch up with you soon, mate. Thank you. Cheers.